Welcome back into the Rowdy Studio. I'm Steven Levine, sitting alongside Bob Pockrass. Tom Voort is down there on the end. And where are we heading this week? None other than Talladega Superspeedway. Bob Pockrass.
Talladega Nights.
Is Ricky Bobby going to be there?
No.
The big wreck, that's my question. Is the big wreck going to be there,
We're going to
Bob?
have a big one, aren't we? It's
I think so. I mean,
I'm thinking more of a medium one.
I don't know that we're going to have some guy running out of his car, running to the start-finish line. Big one.
Bad idea at Talladega.
But I think there's going to be a big one. I probably come with 10 or 15 laps left. I'd say at 10, 12 cars involved. You're going to have, I mean, guys are going to be dicing. Guys feel a lot braver at Talladega. It's a little bit wider. And, unfortunately, I think you're going to have the big one.
Are you going to have guys biding their time before the big one? Are you going to have guys just lining up, going single file, waiting it out? Is that why it's going to be late in the game that we're going to have that wreck?
I think it's going to be late in the game because that's when guys are going to start trying to use the two-car draft. I think you'll have a pack. You may have some guys laying back, but I think you'll need to run somewhat in the pack to keep pace. Because guys found out last year that if you just ran in the back the whole time, a lot of times you didn't have time to get your way to the front. Now that was a little bit more difficult at Daytona, but I think they'll find at Talladega this year it'll possibly be the same with the new cooling rules and everything. Everything it kind of stays the same from Daytona as far as the rules packages goes to Talladega. So I expect some pack racing, maybe some guys laying back early, and then for about the last 15 laps, everybody's going to try to hook up in those two-car drafts because they still feel that's the quickest way around.
It is the fastest way around. I mean, you put those two cars, you just can't do it for as long. So the smart thing to do is to be very conservative until you get to the last 10, 12 laps, right? And that's why you think the wreck's going to happen late, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, and typically they do happen late at Talladega. I mean, most of the time it's usually the last 40 laps is kind of go time.
I mean, it would be not surprise me to see more than one wreck at the end of the race. You know, bunch up, the cars get bunched up, everyone starts trying to make their move, we see a wreck. We get a restart, they're all bunched up, someone else tries to make a move, we see another wreck. I mean, this could easily come down to a green-white checker. How does that change things?
I mean, I think that you will have that. What's changed is that, you know, before in the past, or last year, you had everybody knew who their partner was. So when on these restarts, a lot of times guys were trying to get hooked up with their partner. And I think now it's going to be more of the traditional restrictor plate racing. As you're on the one-to-go lap or while you're driving around under caution, it takes a while at Talladega, 2.5 miles.
That's
so
the thing about a green-white
miles,
checker, too. It's different in that way. That you don't really get all the way up to speed until you take that first lap.
Right, and I think you have time to kind of figure out, you know, okay, I'm going to try to go with this guy, but if not, maybe I'll try to go with that guy. So, you know, will we see Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. hook up again like last year? Maybe.
At the end of the day, what do you think about Dale Jr. winning this race? We all know it's coming, right, Bob?
I think it's, you know, we were asked on sportingnews.com who is going to finish first, or who is going to win first, Danica or Dale Jr.?
Oh,
I think it's pretty obvious that it's Dale Jr.
Wait. I actually said Danica because I felt like Jr. was going to push Danica to the win on Saturday.
Oh, in the nationwide race.
Right, and then Junior will be pushed to the win by Jimmy Johnson or whoever wants the
So it's all
going
going to happen this weekend.
You know what? It's true, though. If Danica is going to win a race, Talladega is a really good place and perhaps the most likely place for her to get her first victory.
Well, and it's the most likely place for a lot of people to possibly get their first victory.
And it's been the place where a lot of people have gotten their first and only victory.
Yes. I mean, Sunday, when you look at Sunday, you say, well, Allmendinger maybe could be in position.
Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch, it wouldn't be his first victory, but his first victory under the Phoenix Racing banner.
Well, and you know, he's one of the best superspeedway drivers out there.
He's probably the best superspeedway driver
not
without
to have
a
won a superspeedway race.
And where was the only place that Finch has won a Cup race?
Talladega.
With Brad Keselowski.
But this race could also be an equalizer in terms of the points. I mean, we could see some movement in the point standings after Talladega because of the potential for the big one.
Yeah, you could, and I think that's what makes, you know, we were talking about Danica. She's around Darlington next week. I think David Ruderman has, 21, 22 points up on 36, which you'd say, well, that would be pretty safe. But, you know, you never know at Talladega.
David Ruderman's, his policy is first do no harm, right, when it comes to the point system, the owner standings. All right, Bob, thank you. Bob Pockrass, Tom Voort, talking Talladega. Come back next time.